Is that going to be in it? We'll cut that out.
Nah, we'll keep that in. This is when we sit down and go,
Oh, I didn't bring my laptop, Oscar.
oh, yeah, oh. Well, headphones on, melon alert. But that was really loud when you just spoke into it.
I didn't bring my laptop. Anyway, we said with the beginning of this, the first thing we're going to say is hello and welcome back to another...
Whoa. Too shouty. Keep going. Keep going, because so I can hear the recording.
Hello and welcome back to another episode.
Just you can actually...
Hello. We usually do that, don't we?
Yeah, okay. If you want to do that, I'll lower it. If you want to have your lips on it, then I'll lower it.
I quite like getting into... Oscar, this is exactly what I said I didn't want to do.
Get into it.
We're actually going to have to cut that out.
Nah, get into it.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of the How to Be Funny podcast. One thing I wanted to clear up is that it is a podcast where we are learning how to be funny. It's not a podcast where we are proclaiming that we already know how to be funny and we are teaching you. Every time recently I've been explaining I've told the title of the podcast to friends.
Maybe I do wear them.
Yeah, mate, you can if you want. Anyway, recently I don't know if this has happened to you, but I've told the title of the podcast to friends and they go, bit cocky. And I go, no. Oh, I was going to shave. Because I tell you what, I wanted to shave, but you were getting really on my back about starting this, so I didn't. Anyway, so just to highlight the fact that this podcast is about Oscar and myself learning the rules of comedy and putting them to the test on each other. We hope that with us, you can also learn how to be funny.
I would like to start by saying... It's funny that, isn't it? Train of thought, lost it. I had something really specific that I wanted to say. What was it? I don't know. Well, do you want to just get into it then? Hello, welcome back to...
Well, okay. To be honest, I think today... should we just talk about? Should we just have a bit of a chit chat about life?
I wouldn't mind that. Well, that's what. Well, when I said earlier, this is where we go. Because the avid watchers of you might have noticed that we haven't.
Like 4 of you.
Yeah, 4 to 10 of you haven't. We haven't posted in the last 2 weeks, is it?
No, we've done one every other week so far.
No, I think it's been 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I think this is the 3rd week now.
Really?
I believe so.
But
because we both got really ill, one after the other. 1 week Luca, the next week me, with hand, foot, and mouth disease.
No.
Don't want to talk about it.
So don't need to.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's why we didn't film. So if you're wondering, we're all better now.
However, the other thing is that we're
very
actually
busy.
very busy.
Very, very busy.
We're very busy
Very
boys
busy
at the moment.
This is what I was going to say, actually. I remember the train's just come back to the station. We don't have the TV on there that I can see myself in anymore, which I don't like. Because normally I look at myself and make sure I look really good. And now I have no idea that I look really good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you look fine, mate. Fine. You look fine. However, yeah, we're busy boys, and I'm going to be honest. Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Oscar and I,
aren't you?
What?
You're a bit.
I'm a bit worse aware, but at the same time, Oscar and I haven't actually had a lot of chance to spend a lot of downtime together. Because we are working together to
quality time together.
Fine, quality time. But regardless, the time we spend together is often focused around work, and then the time we're not together is because we're also working separate jobs anyway. So then when we're together, we're talking about this, we're talking about our other job that we're like content creators for this company, that local company. And so this time is actually the only time we can talk that's not related to any work.
I know, and I was very actually. What's interesting is this: I got more excited for that than actually doing the podcast. I got excited to have just a few cherished minutes.
You're going
with
up
you.
and I'm going down. We've always gone down.
Have we always gone down? But I just thought, why would we actually have it higher? Surely have
it
it lower.
looks cool to come in from the.
It kind of does.
Doesn't it look cool?
I do agree. This looks
less cool.
Less cool.
So anyway,
but that seems weird. Don't you think, to have it higher, more covering the face?
No, it's cool though.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's not covering the face because if you do it this way, actually, put it there, and then it's not covering your face.
But then
camera.
what?
What's covering your face for me? But anyway, can I just say that actually? So now I'm gonna go and utilize today's episode to really catch up with you and hash some things out. How about that? Because to be honest with you,
I'd really like that.
To be honest with you, Oscar and I have been arguing, and we've been sort of bickering about things. Another phrase for arguing.
I would say I've done a very good job today at trying.
You've done a great job today, and that's why we're now filming.
At keeping this together.
Can you? I know you've done a good job, but can you also appreciate that I've done a good job? Because can I just say that, like, Luca's initial reaction would be to just sort of shut down and not do anything.
Yeah. Yes. You have. Okay. Yes.
Thank
you
you.
have done a good job at rectifying it. You have.
And now look at me carrying the podcast already.
Let me run you through this morning's events. Last night, this morning's events starting at last night. I went out to the pub, and I was specifically told not to be home late and to get a good night's sleep to be on form for the morning when we were filming. Yes, Luke, I said absolutely, because I wanted to keep him happy because we have been bickering, and I understand he's under a lot of stress. So I said yes, I won't have a late night. I had a fairly late night, but still set my alarm up and at him at ungodly 8 a.m.
Can I just say that you were, although yes, you
And-
were up,
and
can I just
let
say
me finish
no,
my-
no, let me just interrupt you a second, because yes, you were up at an ungodly 8 a.m. Not ungodly, really. However, it was so you could make profiteroles.
No.
Yes, if there was no, if there's no profiteroles in the question, I'm still saying maybe it was a bit of both. But you were excited to get up and make your chocolate eclairs.
No.
Yeah. So then, but anyway, regardless, you're here.
I poked my head round at 8 a.m. into his room, expecting him to be up and at him like he normally is, and he had a red t-shirt on his eyes, fast asleep, cute as anything, beautiful. Even though there was no light coming into the room, it was like he was just like glowing under sun rays. It was genuinely stunning. And even though I could only see half his face because he had a red t-shirt covering his eyes, so I popped in, light knock on the door. No answer, so popped in. Glorious, beautiful, absolutely beautiful face looking at me asleep. And I thought, yeah, that is far too perfect to disrupt. So I just went out and thought, it's not going to annoy me that I've woken up early for him. If he's sleeping right now, I'll just let him sleep. And thus I went down to make chocolate eclairs.
I appreciate that. And anyway, regardless, look at us now. Look at us here. Bro time.
You know I didn't do that because I couldn't fucking see it. Honestly, that fist went straight where the fucking mic is. I couldn't see a single. I didn't see it
You have
at
it
all.
high then. You have it way too high.
Well, that's what you've just told me to put it high.
Not high up on the one end, but look at
How
this.
interesting that was. That instantly, within 5 minutes, came back to bite me in what I said was going to
Well, I
happen.
thought you were doing a
Can't see
bit
it.
and like ignoring me.
No, look.
I thought, well, after everything we've said, that
Am
would
I
be very
lower
kind.
than you? Have I got a low torso? Have you got a high chair? You got books on your seat. Why are you taller than that?
I think I'm just sitting up straight.
Right, anyway, so last week the rule, if we're gonna briefly stick to the format. Last week our rule was surprise through double entendre. So I've got one for you actually.
Do you really?
Well, yeah, I do.
Okay.
I told my friend she'd drawn her eyebrows on too high. She looked so surprised.
Yeah, good. That was really good.
I didn't write it.
You didn't write it? Oh.
Well, in essence, I wrote it. ChatGPT wrote it.
Oh.
I asked the right questions.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well,
no.
Well, exactly.
One thing I was going to do. Oh. Anyway.
I'll tell you something I was going to do actually for today's podcast.
What were you going to do?
I was going to organise... So our best friends moved to Australia in September, right? And we've actually only called him once. I
actually called him yesterday.
I know. I was bloody getting there, Musha.
How do you know?
Because I was going to get him. I was going to say, I've got a surprise segment for you. And at the same time, just a discreet message. I've got a surprise segment for you and have him call you.
Oh.
And have him call the podcast. And then he said, well, we just chatted Saturday. I went, well, it won't be a bloody surprise then.
Oh. Well, it would have been a surprise for him to call.
Well, it would have been, but you've only just spoken to him.
This is what I would have done, though. Shit, we're filming. Hang up.
I know. I would
have hung up because I'm a professional.
I was thinking about that, but then I would have gone, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna do.
If I had said I've got a surprise for you, bring, bring.
Yeah.
Like, come
That's
on,
cool.
you would have picked up.
I was gonna do something.
Surely you would have made the connection that was the surprise.
No. Oh yeah. Sorry, mate. I'm just waiting for a surprise.
Yeah. What is it? You hang
Yeah.
out. What is it then?
Yeah. I was gonna do something, and then something that required me to speak with my eyebrows up the whole time. Well, not the whole time, because sometimes they would go down. Oh, I can't pull it off. That's not what I was gonna do. I was gonna start the podcast. I was gonna learn an entire stand-up set.
Wow.
And start the podcast in an intense joke.
Right, and instead you just decided to wake up late and in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Oh, well, either start
And it was
good.
nearly- It was just as good, yeah.
Yeah,
But
just as good.
But I was going to do this one about that was actually just really funny. It was completely unrelated. It was
Well, just learn someone else's.
learn
stand-up.
someone
Oh,
else's
right,
completely unrelated to myself, and you would have been like this, like what's going on? Because basically the joke that I was going to try and do was a joke by Theo Von, where he spoke about, because obviously he grew up poor and he had to go to a funeral one time, and his dad was really old and didn't really get like fashion, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have a suit, and his dad went to a charity shop to get him a suit, and he came back with a Beetlejuice costume, and he had to go to the funeral, and then also because he was like a curious child, he then, when it was a chance to look in the coffin, he sprinted to the front of the queue and accidentally wedged himself between the mother and the father of the person that died, or like daughter and son of the, I can't remember the relation, but it was pretty much like you had to be like close to be at the front, and he was in the middle. And he had and he's realized, the realization was that he was stood in between them with like I don't know, like bugs coming out the back of his suit and stuff, and like a face, and like, but the way he told it obviously was in first person, so I was gonna say this whole story in first person to you.
Right.
And in theory it would have been funny.
Right, but to be fair, explaining what you would have done is also just as good.
Yeah, explain someone else's
Explain
joke.
someone
and
else's
then
joke that you
explain what I
didn't,
would
that
have
you
done.
were gonna do but didn't actually
Yeah,
do, and
yeah.
then yeah, perfect, mate, nailed it.
Yeah, well,
You nailed it.
would it have been funny?
Yes.
Yeah. He goes, my dad was old. I just start like that, and you would have been like, what is going on?
Yeah, I don't know how that would have played out. We should have tried it. Actually, maybe.
I shouldn't have said it. I'll just do it next time. Maybe.
Well, I've actually got.
But anyway, sorry. I was then gonna say that the thing I was doing with the eyebrows was this another stand-up guy that was talking about. He was doing a joke and he like nailed the timings of doing this, but then started speaking about his eyebrows.
The Scottish guy.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it was good. Wait, yeah, that's really funny.
It was good because then the joke, he was like, "Well, you don't know what I'm saying. You're just looking at my eyebrows." And then like, but also the expression, it wasn't just like out of time. It was the things he was saying actually required.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
And then like he could have,
Yeah.
but you're not actually listening to me, are you? Like
How many? Yeah, that's.
how many other jokes?
How many other jokes can we talk about without actually saying them? Yeah. I've actually got a joke which I did see from a stand-up, and it was just brilliant. I think you have heard it before.
I don't think we should keep.
Okay, yeah,
jokes.
true. Probably not, but it is fucking funny. Am I allowed? Nah, you do your two, and then yeah.
No,
have you got another one?
No, I've done two. That's enough for
Right,
today.
yeah, okay.
That's enough.
I did actually do this thing the other day to Rachel on FaceTime. She was reading, and I just started commentating about her. And it was quite fun. But you have to do it about someone who's like actually just not doing anything. Do you want to try it?
No, you could have done it then because I was actually thinking of a double entendre joke on the spot. I think I kind of got one.
Right. Well,
Do you want
to think of one and I'll
No. How about a new
I'll
segment?
commentate.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll think of it now.
Luca places both hands on his knees, looks into the distance, Mike covering his mouth, smiles as he looks at little Oscar,
I
looks
don't
him in
like
the
it.
eyes and turns his face away.
I don't like it.
Come on.
I don't
mate.
like that. Stop it.
Why?
Because all of a sudden I can't think about
Well,
anything.
that's what you're meant to be thinking.
Okay.
Luca's angry that he can't think of a double entendre.
Oscar, mate.
Oh yeah, sits back in his chair and laughs. Looks up into the distance, light shining off his eyes in a beautiful manner.
Okay, now, thank you for that. But what I was... No, that was good and really entertaining, but also there was no end to it because I wasn't coming to any
You couldn't
conclusion.
think of
No, not with you doing that. There was nothing was happening.
What was happening?
Nothing was happening. I was just listening to your commentating.
Wait, okay, I'll do it really quietly. You have to try and think of double entendre.
No, because can you hear about my segment that I thought would be quite a good idea?
Fine, if we're not allowed. Fine.
Oh no, how about
We could finish my one, but go on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's no end to it. We've got the joke. It's funny. It's good. It was good. It was a funny joke.
It gets funnier the longer it goes on. Is the issue?
Okay.
Well, I'm allowed to carry on.
Well, if you want.
Frustrated, he allows Oscar to carry on, smiling further, left elbow shaking in the wind, started to giggle, eyes creased, teeth on show. Tash tickles his upper lip. He looks further. into
No,
the distance.
seriously, like there is nothing in my mind other than that. But can I just say, what? Okay, so as you all know, well, you probably don't know, but as you might know, what we usually do is bring a rule, and then we create a joke using the rule that we brought last week, and then we bring another rule of comedy, some more information, and then we apply that to a joke next week. Neither of us actually wrote a joke this week because, like, as I said, we've been busy boys. But I did think, how about we work out a joke together? And I've got a base. It just came to me. And how about together we try and make it really funny?
Well, it just came to you then.
It just came to me.
Wow.
Well, before you started that commentating thing, and
You nearly had it.
yeah. But do you like that idea?
Let's try it.
Okay, so I'll tell you the joke. I'll tell you my joke, and then together we can work on it because
And it's a double entendre, yeah?
it's a double entendre.
Mhm.
So, for those of you who didn't watch last week as well, it was about using double entendres in cohesion with a surprise.
Well,
Like,
sort of double entendres sort of
is the
create
surprise.
surprise.
Yeah, and surprising comedy is apparently good because, I don't know, I guess we like being surprised. Is that? But it's not funny. But
that
I
was
guess,
the humour.
Yeah.
That was a theory of humour.
yeah, right.
That laughter comes from
And like
surprise.
we said, it's sort of like that thing where you go like you hear the punchline, you go oh yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's what we're trying to get. And do you know how long we've been filming for?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes. Well, we've
What
got
time?
3 minutes left.
Right. So
17
probably
minutes.
it's probably not okay, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not okay for me to start a whole segment on 3 minutes of footage.
Right,
is
okay,
it?
well, yeah, right.
Okay, you're gonna have to get out.
Right,
Okay,
let's
so
get into this joke then.
okay, so I was just brainstorming double entendres,
Mm-hmm.
and I came up with case because case closed.
Uh-huh. Case opened.
Case closed, as in case closed, like the police,
Mhm.
but also the case closed. So there's the
Well,
punchline.
it's the same thing. Case closed is an idiom coming from closing a case, right? Like, it's kind of like a figure of
Yeah, it might
speech,
be, actually.
literal. But I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, but I don't think. Well,
no, do you know, because you call it a case, right?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like your suitcase.
Hmm.
So like I don't know. It's something along the lines of.
You didn't think of a joke. You just sort of word that.
No,
to
the
me.
punchline. There's a punchline. I thought that's how I've been writing my jokes.
Case
Recently. I've
closed.
been going from punchline to story. No, like for example, there was like
detective finished packing for holiday. Case closed.
yeah, or couldn't trying to something about the mystery of the missing swimming trunks. Case closed. something along those lines. Make it better. That was the point. You make it better. You're the funny one.
No. The missing thing, no, because that's still just like that is a detective thing. It's more about it's like the detective finally got his zip fixed on his travel bag. Case closed.
The case was closed.
Yeah, but you say you're insisting on that,
Huh?
right?
No, case closed doesn't have to be the punchline exactly.
No, but the case was closed isn't a double entendre because that the
Yeah,
double
it
entendre-
was. It is
It's
because
like-
the case is closed when you're in the mystery. This is lower again.
No, you have to keep the thing. The case closed. Like, let me think of one.
Oh, I've got one. I just came up with one. That's quite good, I think.
Go on.
The boy came first in the glass cracking competition. He smashed it.
Yes.
Yeah?
That's one.
Really?
That is one. Yeah. That is one.
That is one.
That is one.
So, bringing some information about comedy. I was researching
When does
this.
this chair get so squeaky?
Yeah, that's actually annoying, isn't it?
Anyway,
Why
start.
is that not?
What?
Something's not plugged in.
What?
What?
I don't know what that is.
How have you plugged the Zoom in?
It's in the power bank. Wow, really creaky.
Okay.
Start from the beginning.
Okay, yeah. So looking up rules for comedy, and there was this thing that apparently, truthfully I couldn't really understand it,
No.
but apparently it's funny.
It was perfect to bring.
Well, no, because I thought if I brought it, then we could understand it together.
Okay, yeah.
And the word is anachronism.
Perfect.
Anachronism.
Anachronism.
Anachronism. All one word. ANACHRONISM.
Like an acronym.
So, well, I'll read you the definition of anachronism.
Mm-hmm.
The action of attributing something to a period to which it does not belong.
Oh, yes.
You got that.
Where you call them, that's like in movies, and there's little like blunders of someone wearing a watch in a medieval time.
That's an anachronism.
Yeah.
But that's an unintentional anachronism,
Yeah.
right? Right, okay, so apparently anachronisms are... Do you hear that fly in here? Anyway.
What?
What? There's a fly trying to get out the window. Anyway. What? Mate.
A spider's sense ears. Carry on.
It is anachronism to suppose that the official morality of the age was mere window dressing. So that's where it lost me.
Mate.
That's where it lost me. That was
You could have actually just been a fly bumping into my eardrum then. Carry on. Say it again.
It is anachronism to suppose that the official morality of the age was mere window dressing.
Very good job with this one, Luca. What the?
That's not the joke. That's not the joke. That was a part of the definition.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, it was giving you an example of it in use.
Something to periods does not belong. It is anachronism to suppose that the official morality of the age was mere It is anachronism to suppose that the official morality of the age was mere window dressing.
Yeah.
That is the most random joining of words I've ever heard.
I can't make. That's what I was saying.
That is nuts, isn't it? That is absolutely. Have you actually ever read a sentence that you cannot grasp more than that?
No.
What are you doing now? I don't think anachronism's a joke. I thought you had this rule already. He's just googled anachronism joke. He saw a good word. Anachronism. What?
No.
What is just the line of thought here?
Let me fucking. You're like.
Stop getting so distracted by every little.
I was just wondering what that sound was. What it could have been. Anyway. So, lesson 17, rule of 3 callbacks and anachronisms. Okay. This is where I got it from.
And then you got the title, and then you didn't go any further.
No,
you
I
didn't
just
go
do that.
further.
No, I didn't just do that. I did read it.
Couldn't understand the definition and left it.
Right. The anachronism one is more substantial. Take a historical period you'd like to talk about and bring in modern day details. Information or attitudes.
Tales or
Details, information or attitudes. Part of the funniness might be that you believe what you're saying is accurate. Or, as with Bill Bailey's Christmas story, it might be a what if. The whole piece began with the idea of donkeys giving holiday makers rides on Blackpool Beach, whilst coked up to make them more fun and faster. He then imagines the such a donkey was in the Christmas story. Maybe this one's too advanced for us right now.
No, this isn't like really. This is just saying like, it's anachronisms can be funny if you sort of twist them in a funny way. But that's like saying if you just do it like.
I think the point is that if you, it's not can be if you put something that's out of place into a place it's out of place in, it could be funny. It's funny. So that I'm guessing whoever Bill Bailey is, he created a joke about donkeys on coke, and then at the end said, "Let's put the donkey on coke in the Christmas Carol, the Christmas story or whatever."
No, he's supposing the. Well, maybe.
No, the anachronism is that the modern day donkey, the fake thing he made up, is into another scenario where it's not.
Right. Should I say the definition of anachronism again?
Well, to be honest, like, I was really excited about that one because I thought we could do it, but
okay, let's try and do one. So suppose. Well, what were you gonna say? Did you have anything to say about it?
no. Okay, so like, I think that the level of joke that this rule needs is that it needs not like a one-liner joke, and that's what we've been doing so far. And you need to be able to like set a story, which I'm not very good at.
Wait, so you're basically making funny out of something in the wrong time period.
Hmm.
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't think this is.
I don't like it. Okay, fine. I don't like it, mate. It's fine.
I had a thought. Can I just do that?
Yeah. Yeah. Get that gone. Get that gone. You do something, please. God.
We're a bit out of practice, I think.
Yeah, just do something.
Right. Well, the other day we've got a sensor light at the bottom of our stairs, so that and they pulls out his phone just as I'm talking. Like that is mental.
Sorry.
Isn't it? That is absolutely
Sorry.
mental.
Go.
Literally, I just sit through the definition of an anachronism for. Okay.
Go.
Anyway, so we've got a sensor light at the bottom of our stairs, and it turns on obviously when you walk past it. But curious, how does a sensor light work, even though it's pitch black?
I think I don't know. I think it probably like got some sort of technology in it that allows
You reckon?
allows that. If I was being like,
they've made them to do that. If I'm being analytical.
okay.
But think about that though. Do you want like because sensor like
It's probably got something to do with like a lidar sensor.
a what?
A lidar sensor,
What's that?
like a thing that sort of allows you to like judge
Sonar.
lidar, LIDAR.
You've been listening to Gareth Hancock, have you?
No,
Yeah, you have.
iPhones have got lidar sensors on it.
What's that?
I think it measures depth.
How have you all of a sudden know what lidar sensor?
Because I know that my iPhone has it on. I
So
think
for what?
for your camera. So it's got
Don't put the phone out again.
that.
Ah. Well, that actually kind of looks like what's on a sensor light, doesn't it?
Okay, so case closed.
Wait.
Well, actually, I don't.
Yeah, but surely does it not need light for that either, though? It's not like a camera. It doesn't sense that anything's in front of it. Are you texting or what? You're just googling.
I'm googling
how a light sensor. Gav, you could talk about it with me like we used to, eh? But
Okay, well,
or you just Google the answer.
I'll tell.
You now know, and you're
I
going.
haven't googled. It's there for ready for when
Right.
we want to look at it. I'm gonna be honest. I
Yeah.
don't think it's that interesting for us to like work out together, but let's do it anyway, for your sake.
Mate. Let's just think about what you just bought the anachronism thing. So let's just.
Like at least related. But anyway, okay. So I think in the dark, there's still some light
Mhm.
there. Maybe if you put it in like a vacuum of light,
Mhm.
it might finally not work.
Okay.
But I think you can see like in our hallway, there's probably some light still in there, and you sort of see movements and shadows and stuff. It's probably also really light sensitive. Maybe it's probably done about like it's like
pick it up a bit.
it's like it's probably things that are like when
Honestly,
light
try
is
and act a
blocked.
little bit more
When-
interested, please.
Oscar, please argue why this is an interesting topic.
It's more of a thought, Luca. That actually, like, it's meant to be a bit funny.
Okay,
and you're making it not funny.
Okay, how do sensor lights work in the dark? You're like really.
I was gonna oppose your thing. It's not a fucking camera. It's not filming you to work out that there's a person in movement.
No.
Huh?
Can I? Okay. Honestly, my actual guess
Uh-huh.
is that it's a light receptor, like a light meter that
Right.
in camera. So when something blocks light entering that,
Then it turns on.
then it turns on. That's my guess.
Yeah, well, why did that take you a million years to get to then? Yeah, that's probably right, isn't it?
What was your guess? You just thought.
I hadn't given it a thought. I was
Didn't
waiting
you?
for now.
Oh, okay.
And then you shat on it. So let me just hear how it actually works.
These sensors are equipped with technologies, I told you, that allow them to detect motion without visible light. For example, PIR sensors are sensitive to changes in heat signatures rather than light, and they can detect the infrared radiation emitted by warm objects. That's not the motion sensor that we have downstairs. There's no way it does that. And since infrared energy is present and can be detected regardless of the amount of light in the... Maybe it is all infrared.
Whoa.
Likewise, a dual-tech motion sensor will also work just fine in the dark. A dual-tech motion sensor detects motion by using a PIR sensor and a microwave sensor. Wow. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, really cool.
You know how we also say that we bring something funny that happened in the week? Did anything funny happen for you this week?
Let me think about that. I wish you'd give me in that prep that when the camera's off. I wish you told me you're gonna ask me that.
It's just leading questions, mate. I don't actually care. No, I'm joking. I do actually care because I remembered about this segment and I thought,
Well, you've got something in mind? Something funny happened to you?
No. No, I don't. It was more conversation. Did anything funny happen?
I'm sure something funny happened to me. Surely I didn't not laugh this week.
I'm trying to think what I did. I'm trying to think what I did.
So this week, what day are we today? Monday. Right. So last week, what did we even do? Just working, mate.
Yeah. Well, actually, I drove to Cardiff to see an old school friend, and I did listen to more of the Finn and Gareth Hancock on.
I nearly finished it
on Joe Rogan.
I'm very excited to listen.
It's very silly.
It's very weird.
Gareth is weird in it.
Gareth is weird.
I think Gareth is weird.
Hold on, for context, is this where you wanted to go?
This
with
isn't what I was going to do.
Oh, okay.
Well, just really quickly.
Just
really touch
context,
upon it.
it's Gareth Hancock and Flynn Rider. What's his name?
Something.
Flint something. Who's an archaeologist, sort of debating against Gareth Hancock on Joe Rogan's podcast.
And for those of you who don't know, again, I don't know why we're doing this now.
But also, we talk about other people's
I'm
content
so
in very
interested.
minor details.
I'm very interested in this, though. I've always been interested in this, actually. Well, actually, we've been interested in the pyramids for about 5 years now.
You'll be able to find
not
a video
like
on
weirdly
YouTube.
interested.
I'm quite weirdly interested in it. I wrote my third year. I wrote a 40-minute script on it
About the pyramids.
about
Yeah,
the
you're right.
pyramids.
I mean, like, I'm interested when it comes to thought, but it's not like consuming my everyday.
If I had one question about the universe to be answered, it would be about that.
Yeah, maybe
In a heartbeat.
Yeah, maybe it would be that, but it's not like it's still not consuming me. But anyway, Gareth Hancock is a theorist or a researcher that basically believes that there is a gap in humanity, and he calls it the lost civilization. And he thinks it links. He just thinks that
There's
there
too
was
many coincidences in what we're discovering
so
to
he-
say that what we thought of the man that existed then, they weren't capable of doing these things.
Yeah, so in a nutshell-
he's theorizing that there has to have been a more civilized lost civilization.
Yeah, there's a
before.
lot. Yeah, and for example, the pyramids or structures that were carbon dated, earlier than the caveman or whatever, or earlier than the ice age. I think he believes that the lost civilization
was during the ice age.
It was lost because of the ice age or something. But anyway, I really believed him. I think I really believed that theory for ages until I heard him on this podcast.
Really?
And he was an awful debater. All of a sudden,
Very different opinion. I
really,
have.
wow. Well, all of a sudden he lost all credibility to me because again, this is not worth being spoken about. But it's just again we have downtime. He just picks on Flynn. Doesn't really talk about any of his theories, and Flynn actually just like responds to it all very accurately. And I don't know whether you were listening properly, but the thing was,
I had one finger in my ear. So.
yeah, yeah, as you usually do. The thing is that Gareth says nothing's been found. So
Peanut in the other.
he goes, nothing's been found about the lost civilization because you haven't looked around the world enough, so you can't rule it out. And Flynn goes, yes, fine. However, so much has been found to support every other theory about humanity. For a civilization to be so advanced and have amazing tools and build amazing structures, how is it that their things aren't left behind, but we've found literally millions of artifacts of everyone that was nowhere near as advanced as them?
Well, Gareth's saying that they're literally not looking in the right places, though.
No, but they have looked in. They have looked just in a small percent of it.
Yeah, not good enough.
No,
really.
no, but Flynn was saying like surely, like science, you have to extrapolate what you found.
Well, yeah, but as in then, for example, the Sphinx has been found and exists, and yet there's. So have you got to that bit?
No,
They theorize that the Sphinx is 4,000 years old.
I don't want to hear about it yet.
Well, the Sphinx is 4,000 years old apparently,
Okay.
but actually there's loads of information suggesting that it's 11,000 years old, which predates ancient Egypt, supposedly, that had built the Sphinx. So archaeologists are sort of looking at a canonical view of history and saying it kind of has to have been 4,000 years old, even though there's other information around the Sphinx that says it's 11,000 years old.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, I know exactly.
And I've got something.
But anyway,
I've got something really briefly about Joe Rogan as well.
okay.
Basically in 2009 there was this guy, which is basically, by the way, the plot of Westworld, if you've seen it, or a part of the plot. There's this guy in 2009 who made this supercomputer which basically predicted futures, right? Taking in all this information, taking like all of this shit from wherever. I don't know the details of it, much like motion light sensors. And he said that we are going to discover, humanity's going to be made aware of aliens living amongst us, or aliens are going to visit, etc. Like on a large scale. But basically, all of his things, they had to have a Kickstarter event. So it said, so long as this happened, then we're going to find out this. And in 2009, he theorized that, well, his machine said that so long as Donald Trump goes on Joe Rogan, then we will find out about aliens. And basically, at the time, Joe Rogan was on UFC, which was just a minor sport. Nobody watched it, and he maybe just started his podcast.
I think he started in like 2006.
His podcast was tiny then.
Yeah, it was tiny.
Right, tiny.
It existed.
And Donald Trump wasn't famous. He was a real estate mogul. So everyone just like brushed this claim aside, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, obviously Donald Trump has been interviewed by Joe Rogan.
Yes.
So in come the aliens, is all I'm saying. And literally currently, as going on currently, like there is so much more being spoken about aliens.
Yeah,
there is, and
yeah, literally agree with you.
yeah. Well, are you laughing because you're excited at the?
I am excited
that we
yeah.
might see aliens.
I'm
soon?
excited, but also, okay. Firstly, I'm excited because that does sound baffling to me. I think if there was a machine that said one day aliens will be among us, that's hardly a prediction. But the fact that it needed that.
And it wasn't about that. It was like more. It was more about like humans needed to be made.
But anyway, I thought you were going to
aliens.
continue to say that Trump literally spoke about it on the podcast.
Yes, well, he did.
Yeah,
Even
he did.
weirder.
Yeah, he spoke about like.
Yes, they did speak about that.
Yeah, he said sort of like there's.
Well,
he's met people that for sure.
Do you not think that's even weirder then?
Yeah, but I'm also not shocked at aliens. I'm a full-on believer.
But it's more
in
about them like actually being with us on the planet.
I'm well, again, that's another.
Oh, hey!
Aliens. That's a thought about. I don't like it when you jump me on it. It's just weird. It's weird.
It was weird.
Yeah, well, it's weird. What did I do?
Well, you were weird. Did you? That was genuine.
Yeah, it's a genuine jump.
Yeah, because you almost did jump.
I did jump.
Yeah.
That was going to be my jump. He jumped was going to be my entendre punchline.
How on earth?
Because like physically jumping, and then being jumped.
Okay.
But again, I think I'm satisfied with catching up with you today.
Okay, well,
Are you?
Yeah, I am. I'm glad that we had this downtime together.
Yeah.
Should I just finish on a joke that I heard?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, is that enough? I'll just finish on a joke I heard, and I'll do it how the stand-up did it as well. You might have heard it.
Okay.
But it's quite funny. So I had an ape in my tree in my garden. That one, you heard it? Yeah, I had an ape in my trees in my garden, and I thought, and I had to get it out. So I called the zookeeper up, and I said, I've got an ape in my tree. And the zookeeper said, well, we'll send the ape catcher over to you. Stay right there. Don't try and get it out. The ape catcher turns up with a dog, handcuffs, and a shotgun. I can't do it. With the dogs, a pair of handcuffs, and a shotgun. And I looked at the ape catcher and I said, what are you going to do with that? And the ape catcher said, I'm going to climb up the tree. Don't look at me like that, mate, when I'm trying to do this. Don't look at me when I'm trying to do this. I felt like Andy Bernard. I need total silence to do the history of dance.
No. Yeah. Music. No. I need to.
No. It would only distract me.
Okay. Go on with it then.
So the ape catcher says, I'm going to climb up the tree and I'm going to tickle the ape. I'm going to what is it? Yeah, I'm going to push the ape out the tree. When the ape falls out the tree, the dog's been trained to bite the bollocks of anything that falls out the tree. So he's going to bite the bollocks and the ape's going to go, ooh, and you've got to put the handcuffs on him. And I looked at it, I said, that sounds a bit confusing. And I went, well, what's a shotgun? I mean, what's a shotgun for? If I fall out of the tree first, shoot the dog. Come on.
Yeah, I like
That's
it.
good.
That is. I actually think that is one of the best jokes I've ever heard.
Well, if I fall out of the tree first, shoot the dog.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. And then, so thank you very much for listening.
With hosing. Arrivederci.
If you liked it, well,
Yeah.
if
Like,
you liked
comment,
it,
share.
just to reiterate, we are not a podcast claiming that we are funny. Everyone,
You don't have to. You don't
No,
have to. Instead.
no, because people have decided not to watch it.
Who?
I told people and they go, "Oh, I didn't realize that. I probably would have watched it then."
What?
Yeah, because they think it's us
Teaching people.
teaching people how to.
Well,
be
maybe
funny.
that's our fault in the title.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes. True.
like
Like
you
roll up.
Yeah,
Go
you
on,
would
for
actually.
free. We'll teach you how to be funny.
You would read that actually, wouldn't you?
Yeah. How to be funny. But yeah.
So I think we just need to go. Okay, this we could post this clip on our Instagram and go. This is the How to Be Funny podcast where we learn how to be funny. And you watch us learn how to be funny.
We're trying to teach ourselves how to be funny, and in turn, hopefully, you might learn something too. If you need it, you might not
Yeah.
even need it.
Yeah,
Or we might not. You don't even need to learn. We're learning. You can just watch us learn. We're
Yeah.
not trying to teach you to be funny.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the thing. We're learning.
We're trying to be funny.
But
We're
anyway,
trying to learn to be funny, not trying to be funny. You've got to be very specific with your.
no,
word
you are.
choices.
We are trying to be funny through learning.
Right. Yes.
It's through learn.
But the importance is
We're not trying to learn because we can learn. It's not
We are-
trying
we
to
are-
learn.
we
we are
are
learning how to
learning.
be funny.
to be funny.
Yeah, but also trying to be funny because it's hard. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and also if we made you smile, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Nah, if we made you smile, that's on us. You have that one for free. If you didn't smile, then like, comment, share, subscribe. Cheers.
Yeah, okay, fine. See ya.
Arrivederci. Mwah.